1,000 years ago, in the heart of the Islamic Golden Age, there lived a man whose mind seemed limitless. His name was Ibn Sina, known in the West as Avicenna. To some, he was the greatest doctor of his time. To others, the most brilliant philosopher. To all, he was a genius who shaped both science and thought for centuries. Ibn Sina was born in 980 in a small village near Bukhara in today's Uzbekistan. As a child, he showed a hunger for knowledge that stunned his teachers. By the age of 10, he had memorized the Quran. By his teens, he was already mastering philosophy, mathematics, and medicine. It's said that at just 16, he had become a fully qualified physician. His fame spread quickly. When the ruler of Bukhara fell ill, young Ibn Sina was called to help. He treated the ruler successfully, and as a reward, he gained access to the royal library, one of the finest in the world. There, he devoured books on every subject: logic, astronomy, physics, poetry, and more. But Ibn Sina was not just reading, he was thinking, questioning, and writing. Over his lifetime, he authored more than 200 works, many of which would change the course of history. His most famous book was the Canon of Medicine. Written in Arabic, it became the standard medical textbook, not just in the Islamic world, but in Europe too, where it was studied in universities for over 500 years. In it, Ibn Sina described diseases, treatments, and even the importance of mental health. He emphasized observation, experimentation, and evidence, ideas that sound very modern today. But medicine was only half of his genius. Ibn Sina was also a philosopher who tried to connect the ideas of Aristotle and Plato with Islamic thought. He asked big questions. What is the soul? What is existence? Can reason and faith work together? One of his most famous thought experiments is called the floating man. Imagine, he said, a person suspended in the air with no senses, no touch, no sight, no sound. Would that person still be aware of themselves? Ibn Sina argued yes, proving in his view that the soul exists independently of the body. This idea influenced centuries of debate in both Islamic and Christian philosophy. Despite his brilliance, Ibn Sina's life was not easy. He lived in turbulent times, moving from court to court, sometimes celebrated, sometimes imprisoned. But no matter where he was, he kept writing, teaching, and healing. He died in 1037, at just 57 years old. Yet his influence lived on, in medicine, in philosophy, in science. His work shaped both the Islamic world and medieval Europe. To this day, historians call him one of the greatest minds of all time. Ibn Sina's story shows us what human curiosity can achieve. He was a doctor who healed bodies and a philosopher who explored the soul, a man of science and a man of spirit. So maybe the lesson he leaves us is this: true knowledge comes when we refuse to limit ourselves. When we dare to ask questions about both the body and the soul, the world around us and the world within,